Have you ever felt drained, overwhelmed, or constantly pulled in multiple directions? Maybe your work spills into personal time, or relationships demand more than you can give. You're not alone. In today's fast-paced world, distractions, obligations, and demands are everywhere. And without boundaries, peace and productivity slip through your fingers. Boundaries are not just rules, they are essential tools for protecting your energy, focus, and mental health. Today, we're going to explore how to create boundaries that safeguard your life, maintain your productivity, and allow you to thrive without guilt. The first step to creating boundaries is understanding their purpose. Boundaries are not walls to shut people out, they are guidelines that define how you allow others to interact with your time, energy, and resources. They set expectations, protect priorities, and maintain balance. People with strong boundaries experience less stress, greater clarity, and improved focus because they consciously decide what they allow in their lives and what they refuse to tolerate. Recognizing boundaries as tools of self-respect rather than selfishness is the foundation of establishing them. Closely related is clarity on your values and priorities. You cannot set effective boundaries if you are unclear about what matters most to you. Take time to define your goals, commitments, and non-negotiables. Whether it's family, career, health, or personal growth, knowing your priorities allows you to make intentional decisions about where to invest your time and energy. When boundaries align with your values, saying no becomes natural and guilt-free because you are protecting what is essential rather than rejecting others arbitrarily. Another key strategy is learning to say no confidently. Many people struggle with boundaries because they fear conflict or rejection. Saying no is a crucial boundary that preserves your energy and focus. A clear, respectful no communicates limits without creating resentment. Phrases like "I'm unable to commit to this right now," or "I need to focus on my priorities" are effective and assertive. Over time, saying no strengthens your self-respect, reinforces boundaries, and reduces the guilt or anxiety often associated with declining requests. Boundaries also require consistent communication. Setting limits isn't just about deciding internally. It's about letting others know your expectation. Whether it's work, relationships, or social obligations, clearly expressing what you can and cannot do helps prevent misunderstandings and overcommitment. Consistency is key. Boundaries are respected when they are reliably reinforced. This clarity improves relationships, reduces conflict, and ensures that your needs are understood and valued. Another crucial component is protecting your time. Time is your most valuable resource, and boundaries around it are essential for productivity and peace. This may include scheduling focused work periods, limiting meetings, or creating designated personal time. By prioritizing time for high-value tasks and meaningful rest, you create a buffer against interruptions and distractions. Protecting your time ensures that energy is spent intentionally, rather than being drained by constant reactive demands. Closely tied to this is digital boundaries, which are increasingly important in a hyper-connected world. Constant notifications, emails, and social media can consume hours of focus each day. Setting boundaries for technology, such as designated email checking times, phone-free periods, or limiting social media use protects mental clarity and energy. Digital boundaries create space for concentration, creativity, and meaningful engagement with life, rather than leaving your mind fragmented and reactive. Boundaries also include physical space. Whether at work or home, defining personal space creates comfort, privacy, and focus. Simple strategies like closing your office door, designating quiet zones, or scheduling private time can dramatically improve concentration, reduce stress, and signal to others that your focus and peace are non-negotiable. Physical boundaries reinforce mental boundaries and create an environment that supports productivity and well-being. Another key practice is creating routines that reinforce boundaries. Daily schedules, rituals, and habits act as invisible lines that define what is acceptable and what is off-limits. Morning routines, work sprints, or evening wind-down practices help protect focus, energy, and mental clarity. By embedding boundaries into routines, you reduce decision fatigue and strengthen self-discipline, making it easier to maintain boundaries consistently without guilt or struggle. Boundaries also require self-awareness and reflection. To protect your peace and productivity, you must regularly evaluate what drains or energizes you. Reflection allows you to identify situations, habits, or people that violate your boundaries and adjust accordingly. Journaling, mindfulness, or simply checking in with yourself can reveal areas where boundaries are weak ensures that boundaries remain relevant and effective over time. Another essential aspect is learning to handle pushback gracefully. When you set boundaries, some people may resist, question, or attempt to push limits. This is normal. Standing firm while communicating respectfully reinforces the legitimacy of your boundaries. Over time, others learn to respect your limits, and your own confidence grows. Handling pushback without guilt or defensiveness is a critical skill for protecting peace and maintaining authority over your own life. Boundaries also involve delegation and prioritization. Recognizing that you cannot do everything yourself is essential for maintaining balance. Delegating tasks, asking for help, and focusing on high-value activities prevent overcommitment and burnout. Prioritization ensures that your boundaries support your most important goals rather than being arbitrary restrictions. Strategic delegation strengthens productivity, reduces stress, and reinforces the importance of personal limits. Closely related is the practice of saying yes selectively. Boundaries are not only about saying no, they are about intentional yeses. When you honor your limits, the yeses you give carry more value, focus, and energy. Selective agreement ensures that your commitments are meaningful, aligned with priorities, and manageable. This approach prevents overextension, enhances productivity, and increases satisfaction in the things you choose to engage with. Another critical factor is protecting mental and emotional energy. Boundaries are not just logistical, they are energetic. Interactions, tasks, and environments that drain focus or peace need to be limited. Prioritizing restorative activities, solitude, and hobbies helps replenish energy, allowing you to show up fully for work, relationships, and personal goals. Protecting energy ensures that your boundaries are not just symbolic but practically sustaining your well-being and productivity. Boundaries also require flexibility within structure. Life is unpredictable, and rigid rules can sometimes backfire. Effective boundaries allow for adjustment without compromising core needs. Flexibility ensures that you remain adaptable to emergencies, changes, or opportunities while still protecting peace and focus. The balance of firmness and adaptability creates sustainable boundaries that enhance life rather than constrain it. Another aspect is accountability and reinforcement. Boundaries are most effective when consistently upheld and reinforced through actions. Communicating expectations, modeling behavior, and reminding others of limits strengthens respect for boundaries. Self-accountability, acknowledging when you've allowed boundaries to be crossed and correcting course is equally important. Reinforced boundaries become natural, respected, and effortless over time. Finally, it's essential to embrace boundaries as a tool for growth, not selfishness. Many people feel guilty for asserting limits, worrying that they appear unkind or self-centered. In reality, boundaries enable you to operate at your best, maintain relationships healthily, and invest in personal growth. Protecting peace and productivity is not selfish, it's strategic, empowering, and necessary for long-term success and fulfillment. Imagine living a life where you are no longer constantly pulled in multiple directions. Tasks get completed efficiently, energy is conserved for what truly matters, and interactions are positive and intentional. You say no when necessary without guilt, and yes when aligned with priorities and values. Boundaries create an environment where peace and productivity coexist, enabling sustained growth, satisfaction, and fulfillment. Boundaries are not restrictions, they are a strategy for thriving. They protect what matters most, create clarity, and preserve the mental, emotional, and physical energy needed to succeed. By establishing, communicating, and reinforcing boundaries, you reclaim control, reduce stress, and maximize productivity. Your peace becomes inviolable, and your focus becomes unstoppable. The art of boundaries is the art of living intentionally, and once mastered, it transforms not just your day, but your entire life.